Yo, what is going on, guys? How is everyone? How has everyone's Monday been? Monday's always got to be the worst day of the week, right? Monday is always lame. Beginning of the week. After this week, though, I do have a week off, so looking forward to that. Necro God. How's it going, man? Welcome on in. Although I'm not a Necro at the moment. Say at the moment, we will be going back at some point. Definitely will be going back at some point. Whether that be sooner rather than later, who knows? Time will tell. Time will tell. Now we've got Mastery 4. And we're starting looking at builds. You know, this week we'll get builds and everything sorted. And then we'll go from there to see what happens next. Am I enjoying the class? I'm having a blast with Druid. It's been a lot of fun. It's just a shame that... Right here. There we go. It's just a shame that there wasn't more essences, like I said in my last video, you know. If they'd had some more essences, it maybe would have made the builds a little bit more enjoyable, made the primal energy management a little bit better. But we have to wait and see what they come up with different essences over the next coming months. You know, hopefully they will come out with some real good ones. I'm sure we will see plenty of interesting ones. The class has got a lot going for it. You know, I think there'll be a lot coming. Oh, I think you'll see 6 months to a year's time. Excuse me, this will be one of the most complicated classes we've probably got because of all the different essences, the different transformations, just everything in general. I think it's going to be a really complex class. So I think there's a lot of promise for it, which I'm glad about. Let's get some music on. Let's go here. Just want to test this. I was playing around with a build this morning before I started work. Just want to see what I'd actually set up. See how this works. The issue is the primal energy management. Some of you stream stuff about you not using anymore. You don't think you're ever going to go back to doing any streaming then? You wanted to stop for a while. Yeah, you've been doing it a while, haven't you? You quit 4 months ago, first time you're seeing Druid. Oh, I see, man. So the Druid is quite cool. The skill set is really nice, yeah. So, like, for instance, in this one, you've got the Surging Stone, which just gets these rocks coming out of the ground, just, like, attacking absolutely everything. But then you've got this, you've got this Primal Bar, which, once that kind of runs out, you can no longer use this ability. Now you have to try and regen with the other skills. So you got regen on this one, which is your Fawn Armor, which does AoE damage as well, which is really good. You've got a little bit of generation on bats when you do this, but you want to try and not hit any enemies while using bats because you then reset 30% of your of the cooldown of bats. So you'll see that jump in the cooldown there that actually kind of reset. There you go. Look, jumps again because I didn't hit anything. And jumps again. So you can really start to generate like that. And then you've got another generator, which is the fire here, which is really quite cool. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, use a couple of the different overworld builds that people have been creating and, you know, make a video of them all. Yeah, it's a completely new way of playing a class. There's no class like this at all. Having to have like a proper generator. But I think with the iteration at the moment is that a lot of the, you know, I don't have a problem with, you know, with it. You've got, you know, what I've found that I do now is I use this so I can kill stuff. And then I'll use this to kill stuff. And then I'll use this to kill stuff until it's all run out. And then I'll cycle again. But I'm still thinking there's improvements we can do. So I'm just having a fiddle around the first part of the stream. Just to see what we can do with this. So I think there's plenty of options that we can use. And I just want to make sure I'm using the correct stuff. So Ring of Fire. We got this. Cheers for the follow, man. The volume on that is really low. That alert. That's better. That's better. Okay, so we got Raven Swarm to reset that cooldown. Surgeon Stone. I don't think we need this. I think this is pointless. I don't think we should be using that. The cost is too much. It was 40% more increased damage, but the cost is 25. We can't afford that cost at the moment. So I think this becomes a dead slot. So we're just dead slot it with this. So that's a dead slot. We're using this. That's fine. This gives us movement speed. Summon walls we're not using, so that's another dead slot. I don't think we can put anything in there. I mean, yeah, we can. We're not using that. Do we have one we can put in here? No, so the offhands are both dead slots by the looks of that. Also read somewhere there's Ancient Legendary now when Primal Gear. Oh man, yeah, the Ancient Legendaries, like, can I do that here? Yeah, you can. So you got the Ancient Legendaries here. You have to collect 100 of these. So I got 58 out of 100 on the first difficulty for Inferno 7. But this is going to have like quad stats, but they're low stats, max roll like that. It's pretty cool. I wish they would have been higher than this though. Yeah, the combat rating is nice, but these haven't gone up by much. Like the 666 still. You know, not gone up by much on the actual secondaries there, right? And I think you'll find all of the main stats here stay the same. So that's for this one. Then you've got this one, which is obviously a PvP one. You got this one, which has got like a nice little attack here that you'd normally get in like Vanguard. You got your primary stuff here. I think the main one people are going to go for is this one for sure, and probably this one for the endure stuff. But we know for a fact that we're going to be getting like helmets, and then we're going to get, because that's the only helmets at the moment. Then you're going to be able to do it for all other gear eventually, I would expect. I wouldn't have thought they would stop at helmets. But to be fair, I'm surprised they didn't start with weapons first. Weapons would have made more sense to start with first, I think. That would have been my opinion. Weapons first would have been just a much better route. How do you get these tokens? You have to get them from just doing, you know, daily stuff. Like you can get some from doing my thing on a load from here. Right, how's it going? How is it going, Ryder? Yeah, someone. You got the nerf to the old proximal fear was a hit, wasn't it? It was a hit. Gamer, welcome on in. Dan, welcome on in. How's it going? It was a very sad day. Can I show you the current Battle Pass skin? I think it's good to do it from the Battle Pass, right? It'd be easier. What rank's it at? So here's the weapon. Weapon's quite cool. Someone is killing me. There's the skin. Still trying to make the Druid work, huh? Yep. Druid works. Just it's going to get better in the future. I like the Battle Pass skin as well. Yeah, I think considering the start of the game, the Battle Pass skins were really good, and then they brought out the big cosmetics like this one I'm wearing. You know, I think they went downhill, didn't they? The future is very promising for Druid. I like this build though. This build's quite cool. Now this is very easy to keep up 100% uptime, I think. Now I've got it set like this. As long as when you're going through to mobs, then it's fine. It can be very fun to play. It really can. I didn't play at the start, but when I've checked the first Battle Pass skins, I was shocked. They were actually pretty good, yeah. Pretty much got everything on the old Necromancer. Jibs, Alex, how's it going? How is it going? I think we should go try this in a Terror Rift. I think this deserves to be tried in a Terror Rift. Definitely. Where's the terrorist be at? Library. What's the time? Good. We get one done in here at least. Just to test this build out. Hello, YouTube chat. Can you do this? Everyone may notice I set up a new chat. Did a 21-hour hospital shift. Man, that's insane. YouTube really needs to step up their remote game. Is there a lazy build for Druid? There is, yeah. I'm going to start doing videos, recording some probably towards the weekend when I get some time. I might record one morning and get it posted up midweek. We'll see how my week's panning out. That's the life of nurses these days. Overworked and shitty pays. Yeah. Also, he's going mad in my Warband chat because I didn't message him back. He knows I'm streaming. This build seems manageable though, much more manageable than other Overworld farmer builds I've seen. Not the fastest, but I can definitely keep above 50% energy all the time. You using this one as well? Nice. It's just much more smoother with the fire stuff as well. As long as you've got enemies to kill, you're good, right? It's very chilled. Not sure on my sets yet. Alex, you switch back to Necro. Too many essences, just focus on transformation part. We'll be back to Druid once the more essences are out. Yeah, I think that's kind of the consensus, right? I've really enjoyed the Druid, you know, and I will do all the videos, and then I'll probably end up going back to Necro for a bit, and then we'll move on to another class at some point. Oh, we'll see. We may go to another class straight away. We don't know yet. Oh, elite. Deadly. What slot to awaken first for the Druid class? That's an intriguing question. It's quite difficult to answer because all my slots are awakened. The only downside is it's not a boss killer, right? Prax, how's it going? You know it's so different on the stream, Prax. What is different about today's stream? You're heading into work. Standard. Druid has so much potential. It's a shame we didn't... Yeah. But that's why I said 15 in my video, right? I think 15 would have been a sweet spot for it. As a monk and BK main, I'm used to people shitting on my class. That's why I'm right home with Druid. Oh, that's brilliant, Vinny. That's brilliant. That is absolutely, that has made the day. That really has. That's a brilliant way of looking at it. BK is cool, tons of respect. BK is, I think they are cool, aren't they? Cheers from the US. Well, welcome on in, man. The Druid has got the Druid has got so much potential though. This will end up being like one of the most fun classes in the game. It really will. There's no doubt about that. No shadow of doubt. It will be one of the most fun classes in the game. Did I save this one? Did I save this one? I think we'll just save it straight over this because I think this is going to be the better one. This is the best one I played. Just needs a good PvP build. I will try out PvP this week. This morning I was absolutely knackered this morning. I just went downstairs and watched TV before I went to work. I've been watching Strange Worlds, Star Trek Strange Worlds on Paramount, and been catching up with it because I think I watched some of it like season 1 and then stopped, and now there's like 2 seasons and season 3's coming. So slacker, I know. I get watching a show though, man, and I'm like, I have to watch it. Especially as there's a new season coming up for Star Trek Strange Worlds. You never know, Dan. That may be something that happens, but I wouldn't definitely hold our breath for it. What have I got to do on my immortals anyway? I'm immortal now, so I've got to remember, got to do a challenge rift before the end of the day. Don't want to slack on my mortal stuff. Gonna do some dungeons with Osso again. Need some more. I think I need some more wisps, really. I did get some really good. Look at this. Had Raven Swarm and Earthquake, but I managed to get double crit. Shame it had Earthquake though. This is quite good. And then this one was quite good. For Rapid Might again. I'll probably re-roll on this one. Did I re-roll on that one? Oh, I did. I had to go for crit chance, yeah. Had to go for the crit chance. You rolled a 10% Earthquake. One thing that really gets me about this is why the fuck does Circle of Life have 2% damage? Why? Why is this even a thing? I have no idea. Just makes no sense. No, I missed it. Was it in the Druid channel? You don't even bother with charms. They need to rework the charm system, that's for sure. Did you put it in the Druid channel, did you, Alex? Yeah. Oh man, 2599. Nice. It's a shame though, isn't it? I was pleased with these. Fort Will and Fort Will. Double crit. It's a shame about that one, but Fort Will again. We've got the Surging Stone, which is good for the overworld farming. I just refuse to re-roll these because they're the 10 costs, just absolute crap. And this one just doesn't have willpower, which is a shame, but don't even know what I'm sitting on. 59 and 53. It's not too bad, but I've still got keys to run as well. Like 941, I'm slacking on keys. Imagine you rolled a 10% damage on Circle of Life. Hilarious. I'm going to do damage with someone that doesn't do damage. Lolo. You so need an AFK build. You're re-rolling it to get you 4 out of 4 for Rabid Might. That's understandable if it's Rabid Might. I've been saving stuff up. I will still keep this one because it's just got another class affix on it. It's 3-2 with 4 crit. Okay, yeah. So what have I got in here so far? I got a Rabid Might there. Because I want to go out through and test them all out with 4-4, right? So I want to save them all up. Oh, we actually are. We're in Wazir. It would be. I would agree. But I think in my Overworld farm build, This is what I'm going with, I think. I'm unsure about this set yet. I got 4-piece Skybreakers in there. So we'll see. This, I think, is going to change. I don't really see this point in using it. You like the dash set crit with the helm with crit? Yeah. I most likely will end up playing this for another couple of weeks and just trying out absolutely everything I can possibly think of. I've got the right set on here, haven't I? Yeah, I've got Spring Veil. Good. Unlucky, Alex. Unlucky. It's bound to happen, though, isn't it? You're bound to see everyone get them drop apart from you. I don't think I've seen anyone get one yet. Oh, I hit the button too many times. It's all good, though. AoE still there. I mean, I do all right with damage, I think, in PvE. Depending on who I'm grouped with, just like any other time you're doing PvE, right? Eric, how's it going? Oh. mean, the burst damage when you get hit someone is really good. You absolutely just pummel the hell out of someone. I think being able to cast some of these things while in bear form would be nice. But I don't think they're ever going to allow that to happen, sadly. Be broken. Just had 2 amazing 10 crest runs. First, I got 3 blood flows. Wow. Second, you got 2 PSJs and one was a 5 out of 5. Congrats, Eric. That is like godly. Well played. Snipes, how's it going? That is a godly couple of crest runs there, man. I'm saving mine up currently. What am I at? Oh, we're over 60 now. You lose all your luck, it's all gone low. Yeah, that's it now for a few months. You are done. Was any of it sellable? Or are you keeping it all? The BSJ 5 out of 5 those, you know, GG. Oh, once we get to 100, hopefully we'll get mirror jewels and I'll just blast 100 again, right? 100 runs are always fun. The last 100 run we did good. 5 out of 5 blood flow, so no complaints here from doing that. One would say streamer luck, but nah. Just overdo, I think. You need all of it? Nice. It's always good if you need it all and you get it all, right? Free to play. Having a hard time on bounty with Terror Essence, really? Oh, wrong button. Is that it with a Druid there, short? You die instantly. What difficulty are you doing it on? Is that on a druid you're doing it on though? Are you using like, if it's on a druid, are you using like this sort of build? Tanky build? Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. Is it, are you finding it's on certain bosses, or is it just on every single time you go in through one you just die? That reminds me, I got to do my bounties today. And done them for a few days. We've definitely got 24 sitting there. What build would I recommend? Are you on a druid, yeah? Just to confirm, you're definitely on a druid, or are you on a necro? Druid. Well, I know the most success I had doing my this sort of build is what I had success on doing druid stuff. If you want to screenshot that. And I was doing proper Oblivion pillars with this build, and I had no problems whatsoever doing it. The only odd boss that got me. So use something like this. And that's the one I would recommend. I had literally no problem in doing. I think the odd one got me, and I think the odd one that was getting me was like a summoner, because it's just a pain in the ass to do. Just because of all the AoE and the damage that she kind of blasts around, it's just a nightmare. No worries, sure. No worries at all, man. The build that I've had the most success on doing that sort of stuff, so. What's the best class for PvE? I would say, in an unbiased way, Necro. But I know, like, you got Necro, Crusader. You know, I think in most classes, you'll do very well with any class in PvE. I just like Necro in PvE. I think Crusader does very well. Barb does very well. You know, you can't really say that any of them are bad for PvE. I would say that they're all really, really good. You got your stronger ones, but it depends on your playstyle, really. course, I'm going to say Necro every time though, right? You know, right, guys? Necro is the best. Every day, Necro is the best. Slow getting through with these load times today. See if I get through first this time. No. Personally, oh, how's it going, Havoc? Personally, I believe this game is all about preferences. Every 3 months, there's a new top DPS class. Some people like to switch classes. Some people just get really good at the class they play. Exactly. It's a good thing about Diablo, right? Choose what makes you have the most fun. Yeah. The main thing is fun and community. If you're having fun, you got a good community around you, the game is made. I think that does alright damage. Like 250 million already. Gotta look at legendary gems though, because look, I suppose there's not many does that would actually accumulate on there because they're all damage gems, right? Damage, 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 damage. I still have to test. I still have to test this Colossus. But I think it does. I think it's all going to class as skill. Death release on leg releaser. Unsure what you mean by that. Oh, leg skill. Yes. You can potentially use death release. I'll show you in that build. You can pretty much use anything you want to in that, I think. Let me when we go out here, I'll just have a look. What am I actually using now here? Death release. Yeah. Death release fine. If you want a bit more kind of, I suppose, protection, you could go for one of the others, but death release. Colossus and Consequences both have fire and work well with fire abilities on the Druid. Yeah. Been trying different ones out. Want to get you rolling to R10, but from R8 to R10 takes forever. Yep. No worries, short. Let's get the thing activated. I just want to test it. Done. This chat on the screen is much better. No bouncy chat anymore, guys. Bouncy chat is gone. Noah. One thing I do need to put on the top of my screen now. Okay. It's better. Got some grinding to do DI while I'm at work. Need to get Verge out of the way and get my other 3 days worth of gems. Yeah, gotta get it done, man. The grind is here. It's Monday. AFK gem farm for the win for the gems. Yeah, 100%, man. Wife wanted to play Warhammer, so I did play most of the weekend. The cleaning that, yeah, chores, man. So that damage, them numbers were insane. See if we can get out the gate first so we can actually see some DPS, right? Want to see the deeps. Nope, they're already out. When you can't get out and to do damage first. No one hit it. Time's been terrible the last week or so. Yeah. They have. Loading times have been terrible. Although I didn't think it was too bad yesterday. Some days are better than others, right? If you really want to test out damage, you got to be out. You got to be out first, haven't you? You know, you don't want to be sitting, you know, behind the gates, waiting to do your damage while everyone else is doing theirs, and then you can't do nothing because everything's already dead. Oh, it did. We got stunned. Wow. Has everyone got to Mastery 4 now on the Druids? Or are people still grinding it? Finally got my second class to Mastery 4 though. After all these years. You switched back to Barb. Nice. We will be back in Echo at some point. Probably a couple of weeks. And then we'll be back in Echo. This is the most pointless part of any dungeon, I think. So pointless. New samurai skin looks good on Barb. Gonna switch to another class soon. Monk with the H. Nice. Nice. I will go around do them all now. You know, no reason not to, right? But I think what we'll end up doing is playing one for a few weeks, going back to Necro for a little while, then playing again for another few weeks.
Take the others through the valley below. I will teleport to Bear and buy us time. That brazen fool has no idea what he's doing. Come with me, quickly.
The downside is to this Druid, you know, the more I play, the more I like it, but the more I see some of the downsides at this moment in time. That just that just don't make sense to me. Rip. Like when you transform that roar, like why does it do that roar? Slows you down. Doesn't need to stop you. Just needs to make you go into it instantly. Instant transformation is what we need. Get rid of that roar that it does as you go into it. Make that something that it does without having to stop your character in place. Same with any other transformation. Just say random slots for me to choose what awakening to serve. Are you going to awaken all slots? Have you got enough to awaken all your slots? Because ideally you do want to awaken them all eventually. Nope, just one. Okay. Depends on what you're playing the most of, right? When it comes to your druid. The Fawn Armor cooldown is always quite good because that does the most damage. Wolves doesn't really matter. I would say you want to do something that's going to give you, you know, cooldown or something like that on your gear. Through the awakening. So maybe like the chest piece. See what it's going to offer you to what skill you normally use on it. And then decide. You want one that's going to benefit your benefit the build you use. Then chest it is, haha. If you're using like a Fawn Armor chest, which I think in most builds we do, right? Then cooldown reduction on Fawn Armor is going to be alright. There's no good charged bills? No. You think Druid this season is kind of meh? I mean, it's good for PvP, but PvE Dungeons Heavyweight isn't good. It's a mixed bag, to be fair, Andrew. Mixed bag. You know, depending on what you get. Look at the numbers there. Look at the numbers there. So the numbers on AoE are absolutely insane, right? So you can do good damage. Just depends on how you kind of set it up. I haven't tried the PvP yet, so my opinion on that is I haven't got one. This week I plan to do a bit of PvP. And then I can really have a look at how I feel about it. But I would agree with your first question. You know, it's kind of meh. And I think the only reason that is because the limited amount of essences we had for skills, right? With how complex the class is, with like the different, you know, transformations, the wolf, the werebear, it's very hard for them to, you know, they had to focus on the transformations. because that is the hype part of it, right? We can transform into bear, we can transform into werewolf, you know, really, really cool. But then they kind of let it kind of slide that there wasn't that many essences for other abilities, which I think they will address, you know, very well coming up in the next few patches for sure. I just think it's going to be a very much a different sort of play style, right? You know, you look at, I've done 700 million damage in this. Am I going to be able to compete with other classes? Probably not, because it's Druid. Druid is not a full pure damage class, right? I think Blizz would add better essences on the next updates to make it meta, not like the Tempest, but maybe the Druid will get a boost on damage. I don't even think the damage really needs, say that. Like, some of the abilities may need a damage boost. But I think overall it's just the essences. If we can get a lot of more new essences, ones that work well with other skills, we'll be in a good place. Because the playstyle is really, really fun. The Druid soon will be fine. 100%. I agree with that. Like the skills we got now are really, really good. It's just, it's in a really weird place because it's like the newest class, limited essences. We've got to, you know, we've got lots of dead slots. But it'll be fine. I think the kind of the playstyle now is really, really nice. It's just not at the level of the other classes, and I think it's because this class is not, it's not a Tempest, it's not a pure damage class, it is a hybrid class. Are we ever going to be able to do the damage that other classes do? Should we be able to ever do the damage that other classes do? Probably not, because we can do other things as well, right? That is the downside to adding a hybrid class. And I don't think that's a problem at all. I think that's actually going to be good for the game. In the long term, it will be very good for the game. I think we'll see things like pure healer specs coming. You know, pure healer build. 100% healer. Which will be really, really good for Battlegrounds. Hey, really good for Battlegrounds. But I think they're going to have a limit on how many classes that can go in. You suddenly have like 3-4 healer druids go in. You know that's going to be causing an issue. In either way, it could be too much heals and not enough damage to be able to compete and win a battleground, or I want to kill the blue. Leave me alone. You hope they add out a graveyard BG. The trouble is with like BGs is they do it at a time frame because they know that's when most people are going to be online, right? Instead of having people wait for like 4 hours for a match. Which I totally understand. You know, no one wants to be waiting ages and ages and ages for a match, right? I get to like 5 minutes and I'm like, what is going on? I think they do it to force people to PvE longer time. Nah, it's not. They've already said it. It's to do with queue times. It's always been like that in Blizzard games. Though in WoW, they made it so tanks had a quick queue time. Tanks would always get a real quick queue time because there was hardly any tanks. And you'd then get a benefit for being a tank, so you'd get extra pieces of loot and stuff like that. In queuing up for dungeons and other content. To reduce queue times, and that's exactly what they'll end up doing in this game to reduce queue times if they plan it right. As far as I know, it is all the time. From what I remember, certain parts of it. Simply because WoW was a bigger game. But you would wait longer for a match at like middle of the night. What is going on here? Bugged out. That was a good bug. This load time though. Like, how am I supposed to get in and do anything this low time? Everything's already dead. I'm just here for loot. I'm not here to do any damage. Can't do any damage with these guys. So figured out what the problem with Druid is, guys. You need to play solo. Then you do all the damage. You gotta watch that video, man. It popped off yesterday. It's done really well. Do I have a build for Hellslayer bounties as a druid? I'll do some in a minute. What time are we at? We're at 11 o'clock. Let's call the dungeons off. And then I'll do some... we'll do some bounties. You just want to spam the deer skill. It's a really cool skill, but kind of pointless at the same time. It's got promise though. Okay, let's do some bounties. I'll show you how the Hellslayer bounties are done. How I would do them anyway. So the build I was using to do bounties the other day was this one. And I played other different builds since then, but this was the one I was doing it with the other day. So let's go collect my bounties. Let me just click these and I'll show you exactly what the build is. It's not teleport yet. No. We're not going to teleport yet. It's better. Okay, so the build that I'm using then. This is what I'm using. Bounding Accuracy, the Bargeist Beacon, the Coat of Thundersea, Frenzied Reed, Gore Brace or Goring Brace, Abundance, the Craw, Maul's Pit, and then we've got what 4 pieces Vifus, and then we've got 2 pieces Glooms and 2 pieces Banquets. Now, there's no chance I'm ever going back to WoW, man. That will not happen. Nice try, though. Nice try, though, Snipes. Okay, so the best way to do this is make sure you got 4 armor up like this. Get this up as well. Get your wolves doing some damage if you have to. Stay alive in this middle part, just like normal. Go into bear. And now we can pretty much just tank and spank. Come out of bear form, apply all these again. Do some attacks to regen, get back in. Kill those. Kill those. Come out. Regen. Back in. Back out. Regen. We got the boss up. And then just until it's dead. Just like that, boys. Chronic, just like that. As long as you get the right boss doing these Hellslayer bounties, they are fairly simple. To show it's not a fluke. Summoner is a pain. That's the one that I dislike as well. Everyone hates Summoner. Sure is like, how? We'll do another one. It's not a fluke. So try and stay in the circle as much as you can to avoid taking too much other damage, right? So I can pretty much stay out of bear. Ready? Then we're going to go back with armor. We're going to use rabid. We're using the wolves again. I've not been in bear yet. Rabid again. Armor's up. We've not been in bear yet. Okay, now we're going to go armor again. Heal up. We might have to go in bear in a second. There's a lot of mobs here. We're back to full health. All good. So we're doing this without going into bear this time. Until the boss. Just because we can. Although this could be hit and miss on this next phase here. There'll be a lot of damage. We should be alright. Clear them out. Okay, we've got 2 left. Kill those. Then we get the boss. Okay. Now we go bear. We'll leap. This one's very similar to Summoner, right? Because he does that lots of AoE damage. He can knock me about. But he's dead. Lag there. There's lots of lag today in this game. I think it is just the game though, because it's not my computer. My computer feels fine. How was Druid and BGs? S or A tier or below? I haven't done any yet. I'm going to be doing some this week. I literally waited so I could get to Mastery 4 before I went in and before I'm going in. Like, I'm Mastery 4 now and I haven't had the chance to go in yet. So this week I will be. Look at this. Look, there's a delay on me when I pick up loot. See if I can fix that by leaving the game. So we'll see what I kind of think by the end of the week. Wolves are on strike, man. Wolves will always be on strike. Cracks. Where do you check those masteries? So masteries are here. Look. When you go to essence transfer, this is your mastery. Essence mastery. Obtain essence energy from extracting legendary equipment to increase your essence mastery level and upgrade the power of your legendary attributes. So that upgrades these green ones. Can we get a pants check? They're still fucked. Pants are still fucked. Wolves on strike, or did they get a new contract? Nah, Wolves are always going to be on strike, I think. Yeah, the whole Mastery 4 thing just sucks. Doesn't help the players want to class change without committing to a bunch of essence farming. Literally took me like 3 days. It's not that bad. I have 5 different characters on my account. Every time I try to buy something from the market or even craft a gem, it says the market is unavailable pending transaction. Oh man, that bug, rip. I really don't know how you get rid of that, Havoc. I've only had that one maybe like once or twice. I don't think there is a way you can possibly get rid of it, right? For you, it's not too bad. Solo 1288 res players is hell. It just takes playing the game, those snipes. Doing the right things to get the most out of the game. And fitting what the most out of the game is around whatever your schedule is in life, right? Man, that was blasted, that one was. Okay, one thing I do want to test is this build. I got to do a challenge rift. I mean, we should just do this one, right? They could have made it a bit more convenient is all. Believe me, I did the PvE grind for a while and the essences weren't dropping. It's just, there's lots of ways of getting essences now. Tons. Absolutely tons. Shit map though. Shit map, guys. A shit map. Look. We got deaded. We got deaded. Their mob type is terrible. And that answers my question about can we go in there and just do that? Fuck it. I need to do one complete one for my before I forget it, because then I won't have done the part of the quest I need to do for the first day. Bash, 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 bash. Let's regen before we go up there. Magic farm percentages, have they solved it that the stats of Lego drops? I mean, text means seems like there is, but it doesn't seem to affect drops. I mean, it does on normal gear, right? I don't know how it affects kind of like legendaries. Rip. Let's wait to get full armor back up so we're doing damage to him. Wow. Pieces hit so hard. Look at that. Bear in mind, I'm not in a proper build for doing challengers, but just literally just whack and you're dead. We're completer though. The dopamine rush you get from completing, yeah, 100%. Oh, before I was dead. Oh wow. Finally got him. Okay, we completed the quests. Let's go finish up my immortal stuff. I need to finish it. Have I ever played League of Legends? I played some matches. Not many though. Never been a MOBA player really though. I know MOBAs are massive though, so yeah, totally get why people like them. But don't complete all this. I'll be slacking. I'll be a day behind. Can't do that as an officer, right? Almost painful to watch you play the Druid class. Huge fan of yours. Necro, your Necro build has been destroying. Really, it's been doing well against Necros. I'm actually, I thought it would do. How are you anyway, Warren? Welcome on in. We'll be back to Necro soon.
Steel yourself, pass through the portal, and face it.
Always going to be a Necro, man. Always going to be a Necro. There's no better worries about that. Druid is a lot of fun though, Warren. I must say, I had a blast playing Druid. I'll probably stay Druid for another, you know, probably a week, maybe 2 weeks.
An auspicious performance. Stand before the builder's image and receive the blessing you have earned. The tormentors lie felled. And it may be, stand in the gleam to the north and await your blessing.
Can you see my Paragon? Yeah, sure. I've gone for overloaded on this one. I mean, you could change this and go Brawler, to be fair. But this is all to do with like gaining crit, increased movement speed, dash skills are faster cooldowns, you know, so. From what you've seen, I don't think, so far, I don't think the Druid has broken one-shot PvP builds like the Bleak A and Tempest when they first launched, or maybe it doesn't, and I haven't seen it yet. It doesn't. Someone actually said it's probably the most balanced class at launch, a launch of a class than what we've had so far. But I think because everyone expects them to be super broken, right? That's why everything's kind of like, why? Why is it the way it is?
When you are ready, you will join in Kion's one.
Haha, yes. Nothing of interest. I keep back a few additional offerings for immortals to say thank you.
You've completed the first leg of your
First day is done.
promising start, all told.
Blizzard needed another summoner to counter the Necro, and I think they failed miserably. Never betrayed the dark side of the. This class though, right, Warren? This class will be a massive deal when it comes to getting more essences. It's going to be huge. Snipes, when it comes to the Druid, it is classed as a hybrid class. Hybrid, I think it's like hybrid support class, right? It's got heals.
I have much to at least you are.
I think this was, yeah, this one we can actually scrap. This one I want to revisit. We've got to have a look at the green sets on this one. Want to look at the green sets on this one. So what am I currently using? Okay, we're using 2-piece Vif. Yep. 4-piece of the Skybreakers. Is it worth using this, or would it be worth using this? Oh, for sure, for sure. You know, the mages of a necromancer, a class that has been around for 3 years and has got all the essences to do the damage, will be destroying wolves at this moment in time. 100%. And that is the way you got to look at it. You got to look at it that necros have like, well, it's 168 different essences to choose from. Druids have 60. And 24 of those 60 are locked into transformation. I think we might go 2-piece this and 4-piece banquet, maybe. I don't want to craft anyway. Rings, maybe? Rings. That's the only way to look at it, right, Snipes? You got 168 essences for Necro, no matter whether we use all of them or not, because some of them are old and the newer ones are better. But there's still 168 choices you can make to increase the damage of, like, mages. We know how quick you can increase the damage of mages, right? When Druids hasn't got that yet.
Goodbye.
Okay, it's only a farm build, so it doesn't really matter. We've got movement speed on 1. That's fine. You can swap that and go that. That's fine as well. At 19%, that's fine. We want to lock these though, because I want to keep hold of them. This one we don't care about. Okay, so critical hit chance now increased. That's fine. Druid is still a baby in the essences. It is. It is very much so. Very, very much so. For sure. For sure. But Druid isn't a summoner class. You got to look at it like this. Druid can become a bear. And a wolf. And potentially other... in the future, potentially, if they add more skills in. We become that thing to then unlock more skills. And you can still have your two little wolves as well. And you think how much potential that has got in the future. Let's say they bring out an essence that says you can increase, and a deer. Don't forget the deer. Let's say they bring out an essence that says you can increase your wolves by 2, so you have 4 wolves, and then you become a wolf or a bear. And you can have 100% uptime on bear. And then they bring out essences that says while in bear form or while in a transformation, your rabid might automatically casts, and other things automatically cast as well. You've suddenly got something you can always be in while having four pets. You know, there's so much that they can do with the essences for a druid than there is, even more so than they can for the necro. But I think the one thing we can all agree on is necro and druid probably have the most, you know, I say I wouldn't say complicated, but I say most builds potential compared to any other class, because you got summoner on Necro, you got that kind of non-summoner, you've got your support role, and it's the same with druids. You've got tank, you've got damage, you've got healer, you've got a summoner. So much potential. Really is. I haven't seen it on the main chat, but I had caught that on my eye at practice over on the other screen. But some would bitch if that ever happened and the devs would listen to them and not the ones playing the class. Oh, for sure. There's always going to be them people. Look at Proximal Fear. Rip. May it rest in peace. 100% uptime on the deer. Yes. The deer farts. I don't know how far they will take the deer, because literally it's just like a movement skill, right? I like the bats as a movement skill though. Very good. I just want them to make it so that when I crash into things, I gain resources instead of reduce cooldown. You gotta go to Blizzard headquarters to demand the better deer Legos. Still can't do bounties? Maybe you're weak? Man, you still... Man, post your build in my Discord and get someone... We'll have a look at it. There's plenty of people that in there will have a look to see if you're kind of, missing something. That's unusual. You'd like to see a skill base on the environment where your Thunder and Ice skills get a bonus? That would be cool. They could do that in as a massive feature for some sort of event or something like that, though, right? This build is so good.
I'm rejuvenated.
What was there? The Milwaukee Bucks. Also, it's one of the most chilled farming builds I think I've ever played. For this build, got Goring Brace and then this, which is just dead slot. Is this a dead slot? Dead slot. Both dead slots. There you go. It's just both dead slots. The trouble is, at the moment, there's so many dead slots for the Druid. But you can still make things work. Thing is, you really want to have armor up at the same time with this, because if you've got armor up and then you do that, it just blows all the seeds up. So the seeds just go blat. Armor up, in with the flames. Seeds go done. When did he got enough? Nice. I don't know how, I'll have to check to see how many dead slots are actually in this build. I think it is only the 2 though. I'm sure it is only the 2 dead slots. pure theory craft the best deer, the deer builds. How many dead slots have we got? So Ashmonger is working because that is for the flame tornado. Then we know this is for fawn armor. We know this is again for Raven Swarm to give us that movement speed boost. Then we've got Wolves, which is a dead slot. We're not even using skills. So that's one. We're using, so that's good. And we're using this to generate more from Fire Tornado. Fire Tornado generates an additional 1 primal power per enemy hit up to a maximum of 10. So you can get 10 from that, which is really good. So we've got 3 dead slots. So you only need 5 pieces of gear for this. And currently I'm using 4-piece Banquets, 1-piece Skybreakers, and I'm using 1-piece Vifus. Skybreakers is actually quite good because dealing damage is unleashing a lightning blast at the enemy's location that shocks all nearby enemies. So, and that shock is obviously going to apply any loss of control. So, I think this build's good. I need to rework these. I mean, don't really need Void Spark in there. What else could we put in there instead of Void? I mean, you could just take Void out and take that all together and put in a Fang. Should have something else I was thinking about putting in here as well. I know what we haven't got on here either. Where is it? This. Oh, you could put Mornskull in here as well. It's really good, isn't it? Apart from I need to change the cosmetic on the weapon. No, is that the right weapon cosmetic? It is, right? Oh no, it's not. This one I was gonna say. There you go. I don't even know why my weapon wasn't the right one. It's because I was looking at cosmetics earlier, I think. What was I looking at? You interrupted me, Snipes. I was looking at gems, right? This should be fitted in here somewhere. Increased damage. I mean... maybe it's better than... Maybe I should put in it this way around. Okay, let's just see what that does then. Oh, did I not? I didn't click reset. I did not click reset. Went in at the very end. Okay. Pop that. Pop that. Nice. Boom. Well, here's a leap back. Correct. There was an elite pack. There was another elite pack. Another elite pack dead. Wow. It's just dirty. Just dirty, guys. Them numbers were just dirty. How's the stream today? Oh, welcome in, man. Welcome on in. The stream is like that. Boom. It's been good. It's been chilled. Been chilled. We've done some dungeons. We're now just finalizing this this overworld build. I think this is the best one I've played and seen yet as well, so. Get this up. Delete them all. You and the old deer, man. Have we got enough to do the next? I think we might have. Not quite. Yeah, it's the quickest I've ever got to 300, or quickest I got to 300 in a long time. It probably won't work in BGs, but it would be funny to get kills with it. Yeah, 100%. I think it is a skill that is used in the BG build though, man. Yeah, it is. Definitely in the BG build as far as I know. I don't know. I have to have a look to see what actually people are using when I try it this week. This is much better. I need to save this in now. That was 300, right? Yeah. This is good. Let's save that in. That's a definite one we're going to be using. This is what we use for dungeons. So I think we can even go here and save this in here. Tick all the boxes so we know what we're saving. Call this farm. Just like we called the other one, and just reset this one so it's at the top of the list. Okay. The other question I've got is, was I in the right warband room for that? As an attacker, so you could make it even faster by going in here, right? I wish we could save the rooms to the bloody armory. Why haven't they made that a thing yet? Why haven't they made that a thing yet? I have no idea. Put some aircon on. Getting a bit warm. Okay. Dear farts. Hashtag dear farts. Need to coin that phrase. Here we go. Elites. Elites. Correct. Oh, here we go, elites. And more. That is absolutely disgusting, right? What the fuck? We can't use salvage pet in tower purification? Never been able to. Laura's still having fun playing Druid? Yeah, I'm still having fun. This build is a lot of fun. This is like super duper crazy explosions. Maybe we should call it the super duper crazy explosion build. It's such a relaxed farm build. There's no spamming of buttons. It's just like press a button, wait a second, press another. So good. All right, Legos.
Attempts to lick a wound.
Just look at that. There was a leap pack. Leap pack got deleted. What more can you want from a build? Just a good build. Like, you cannot go wrong with this build. Right next to it. Right next to it. And just got deleted as well. Oh, the map's changed. Where's the map changed to? Cemetery. Okay, okay. Getting TRs done early this week by testing this build out. No, I wish this is missing now. This is missing something that grips them in. So you can actually grip enemies in to kind of to the damage. It's kind of cool to have that. Well, another thing would be good, in essence, that the fire, the flame tornado follows you when you use it, or it continuously just burns the ground. Some along them lines would be really good. Or searches enemies. Yeah. They could even go achieve a route and copy the vortex from Wizard. Yeah, they could. And they most probably will. It's not exactly. It's not like they haven't copied before. Exactly. Most of the code is there. Exactly. So I get it why they do like similar sort of things for each class. This build is just so fucking good. It doesn't feel clunky. You just cycle through your skills. It's just so good. So good of a build. I can't say anything bad about this build. Apart from the 3 dead slots. But you know. Let's not talk about those. I didn't want to switch loadout. I want to salvage. Where is this elite? I'm gonna wait for you to spawn. Fuck that. 100% crit chance though on this build. Probably more than that, to be honest. I probably capped it. So I could probably change some shit.
Your bones snap like twigs.
Only 41 here though. I think a really cool one for fire tornadoes is mod it where it creates a large AoE of molten fire rain. The trouble is I don't like fixed position. Like, I think it should rain over you and then it follows you. In this game, because you're moving too quickly, you don't want to have a fixed one, do you?
Your death will bring life.
Nothing should be like fixated in one area, like the old rain of fire for like, I don't know, I think it was like rain of fire, was that a warlock in WoW? Like it fixates in one area, just raining down. But in this game you can't have that because you are constantly moving, so you always want to keep it with you. So having like them area effect ones around you, obviously like this, is always good. This is good though, because this just goes up from random places around you in that area, which is really, really good. But it is a very large area as well. Boom, boom, boom.
Nature claims all.
It had to be like a Seder AoE raining down, yeah. You could have both, one for fixed 10-meter area and one for a smaller, maybe 6 that follows. Possibly something like that. Be kind of a cool kind of mix. Because then you know there's always going to be ones to fix ones here. Yeah, this is the build, guys. 100% this is the Overworld build that you need. And could chat, yes, they might. If you'd like, if they do add the witch, I'd imagine be a gremlins. Man, I hope they add witch doctor. There's so much kind of pointing towards that they could add witch doctor at some point. Be a really cool addition. Next class has to be an int class. It has to be an int class. Can't be anything else. If it's not an intelligent class next, then I just don't know what to say. Wouldn't fit in with the lore though. That's the only downside there, hyped. They got to make sure they still fit in within the lore, right? Of lore of the game. Nice and easy. Another Lego. Nice. As a free-to-play 2.4K wrestler, I feel not good playing Druid. Mastery is free, but I believe it's just turn off. But I believe there won't be a huge difference. Feeling like free rider at dungeon and raid runs. I can understand that at the moment, but you know, as I said in my latest video, the reason is that there isn't enough essences at the moment to fulfill everything we would like to fulfill with a class. You look at the current classes that have been in the game since the start, they all have 168 essences across the board, so your build diversity is much larger. You give it a couple of rounds of essences, and I think the Druid is going to be a very strong class. You can tell just by this build here. This is a very relaxed farming build. I haven't got to do much. You know, it's nice and chilled. Now, I think you'll find that there's going to be many of these sorts of builds come around when it comes to, you know, the next 6 months. I think what is server Paragon at the moment? 9:30. So we've got what? 7 weeks until 1,000. So then we should get new essences. So that's the way to look at it. 7 weeks, new essences. And then 10 weeks after that, more new essences. And with every new essence that comes out, the better these builds are going to get. Because the builds still feel very good themselves. Just, I suppose the damage is a little bit lacking compared. But that is due to an essence issue, as well as maybe a little bit of balancing issue when it comes to the fact that some of the skills are a little bit underpowered. But I would say the class is definitely not overpowered. Nowhere near an overpowered class. But I've seen mixed reviews when it comes to PvP. Some are saying it's overpowered. Some are saying it's absolutely terrible. So I'm going to have to go in and test it out for myself. Who's that? We're done. So I've got 4 left to do this week. Not bad. Not bad at all.
What can I do for you? A job well done.
That was quite the find. Use it well, friend.
So Surgeon Stone. What do we get here? Yeah, not interested in that one. Nothing. Okay. This one I'm keeping. This one I'll keep. Not interested. Okay. Keeping 2.
You'll need a pal.
Need something before? Most appreciated.
Yeah, I don't think there's much we can improve on with this build. What paragon am I actually running? Brawler. Okay. This is the right one. There's nothing really else you'd go with on this one. You know, you want to be bigger. More movement speed. The rest of them don't matter. Here, this is good. This is fine. Although you could go for lightning rod, I suppose. Yeah, it's either gonna be this one or this one. Either one of these two for this build. Someone's saying they've seemed to have created a I bet he's not using it right now. No, I'm gonna get him to post it on Discord. Always interested in other people's builds. Like to test them out.
Welcome to my own little slice of the wilds. Good choice. Don't forget to water it.
Okay, he's wearing it. He's wearing it. This is it. What's he wearing then? Let's have a look. Two-piece barons. Two-piece Vif. Four-piece mount. Okay, okay. Okay, so we got... Yeah, yep. That's good. Okay. This I don't know about. Because it's only going to be one per enemy hit. You're not necessarily going to get a big hit on them. Photo grasp, I would definitely say that's a good idea. Curse sling though, maybe, yeah. Okay, this is good. Using Slayer, that's quite an interesting build, I think. There, I wonder how well that is doing. That could be a very, very interesting build. No transformation. Kind of really weird build for using in PvP. Pretty much a very similar to build to what we're already using here. I have to see how that pans out. Have to see how that pans out. Could be interesting, guys. Okay, do we get any other good shit in here? Apparently we forgot a Terror Essence, but oh well. Done. Okay, we go do our shady stock shit. Always shit, never lucky.
Nothing interests you? Well, maybe next time.
Guys, it is coming up to that time. It's been a blast again. Been very, very chilled today. I like it. I like today. It's feeling quite tired. Been a long few days, but we're going to keep the grind going. I will we'll be saving this build in. Tomorrow I will get a build ready to do some PvP tomorrow night. This build is saved in, locked in. This is our farm build. If any of you want to just check it out before I go, then there it is. Lorif is really hard to get a 5-5 blood flow, even that they say a 50%. Yeah, it really is. It really is. You're going to always find it hard to get a 5 out of 5. You got to rely on the surge events. The surge events are really the best way when it comes to getting your 5s, right? You just got a good, really, really good chance of just upgrading. It's a shame they don't include more gems on the surge events. But yeah, Gamer, it's definitely been a good stream. Nice and chilled. We've definitely got a locked in, 100% locked in farm build. I really, really like this. Really, really fun to play. We're definitely checking out PvP tomorrow. I'll definitely put the build together. That guy I was just talking to, he's going to send me over his build. We'll try that as well to see what that's like in BGs tomorrow even. And I think as well, I would say that this is my kind of go-to for my dungeon. I like this for the dungeon. I'm not too sure about this yet, but we'll have to see. There may be a few changes to that, but I think we're almost ready to start putting a couple of build guides together and getting some videos out for the Druid. It has been a long kind of, you know, few days getting all the gear and stuff, but we're there now. We're there now. We can start putting the videos out, catching up with the rest of the creators. They had their advantage though, didn't they? Because they all went to California to check it all out. So you get a 2 out of 5 blood flow a lot. That is but just have a look at my blood flow. This might give you some. This might give you some luck. Think about that, and just think 5-star. You'll get it. You'll get it. It'll happen. It will happen. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Anyway, guys. It's been a pleasure. I will catch you all tomorrow evening. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.